Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here. And in today's GTA video, we're going to be talking about what happened to the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaker, a sort of 2023 update, as I know it's been a couple of months since we talked about the status of that individual, as well as really what they got and what they did to Rockstar. So let's actually begin with that first and sort of work our way backwards. And this actually first begins with Insider Tez Funds 2. There was some discussion going on what sort of material and what sort of footage the leaker was actually able to get their hands on. Now, this is obviously a little bit difficult to explain just due to the nature of the fact that I can't actually show you guys any of the footage or the leaks. So it's going to go on the premises that you have seen some of it in some way, shape, or form. If not, I'll do my best to explain. But this is what Insider Tez Funds 2 had to say. The leak mainly targeted the Locomotion team, and we got footage of exactly that. This also narrows down which department the compromised employee is part of. So it looks like that is where the leak happened, because if you have seen a lot of the footage, it really has been pretty much on like the Locomotion side, how the characters move, stuff like that. Now, Locomotion in a video game pretty much has the exact same meaning as it's used in real life, except of course it's applied to CGI animations, stuff like that. And this really deals with people who have to dive into the technical part of animation and model how characters, animals, things move around and the systems behind that. So it's very complex, and that's why a lot of the footage that we've seen so far kind of has to do with the way Jason crouches down or the way Lucia works when she runs around and how that impacts the way she holds a weapon or how her dress moves in the wind, stuff like that. So that goes to show you that not everything was compromised. But you might be asking, well, Mr. Boss, we definitely got more than just the locomotive side of things. And because a good chunk of the footage is Locomotion related, it's possible that our hacker, who goes by the name Teapot, and that's what we'll refer to that individual going forward, happened to download a bunch of stuff in the animation Locomotive Slack channels. And we know that they are Slack channels because he actually admitted that the videos came from Slack channels, which is basically like a business network that you can set up where you're able to share files and communicate, stuff like that. So he didn't have access to the entire set of Grand Theft Auto 6 videos, really just the stuff from the Locomotive department. Now, there's obviously going to be a little bit of crossover, which is why we probably saw more footage, because there are employees that will have access to multiple department chats as they work together. So really just put two and two together. It makes sense that someone in the Locomotion department might work with someone in the weapons department, or they might work with someone in the vehicles department. So that's why, on kind of another topic, it's really difficult to say how complete or how finished the game is just by looking at these clips, because we're only looking at a small section of the game. And we know that Rockstar has a very unique production pipeline. We can speculate that it starts out with something like the maps, but maybe Rockstar has altered that and they start with like the locomotion of the characters, or they start out with something else altogether. So we really honestly can't tell how far along the game is just based on the leaks. We don't know what their production calendar, we don't know what their pipeline looks like, unless, of course, you're a Rockstar employee, and we're not going to be getting that information. But that kind of shows you where the leaked footage came from and what sort of department this individual Teapot was able to grab it from. Now, for the second part of this video, in building off of the leaks, I want to talk about what happened to the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaker, because just the other day, Rockstar's parent company Take-Two Interactive came out with a statement saying that the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks were extremely emotional and they take things very seriously, but they did not have an effect on the business side of things, although the teams are affected. And it made me wonder, well, what happened to the GTA 6 leaker? So the last time we actually left this in the Grand Theft Auto 6 hack, it actually triggered an FBI investigation, as this group and this individual Teapot was also behind a major hack of other corporations such as Uber and Microsoft. We know, as we talked about earlier, the hacks revolve around the Community Act Slack, which the group used to gain sensitive information. And currently, it appears that the group was motivated solely by financial gain. And we know this because the leaker Teapot attempted to negotiate a deal with Rockstar Games. Now, what we know is that deal never got negotiated because several days after the GTA 6 leak, the 17-year-old Teapot, who was one of the leaders, who resided in Oxfordshire in the United Kingdom, was arrested by the City of London police. And we know that the leaker pleaded not guilty to computer misuse, and on September 24th, 2022, he was back in court where he pleaded guilty to breaching his bail conditions, resulting in him being placed in a youth detention center. Now, unfortunately, because of this, and also because of his age, his current incarceration status is not known. Now, I don't know if that will suddenly change when he becomes an adult at 18 years old sometime during this year, and we'll just get knowledge of if he's in jail and for how long. But let's just say for now, he's not exactly breathing in all that much fresh air. I can imagine this youth detention center is very similar to like kid jail, and you're not going to get a lot of freedom or outdoor time. But that's what we know so far. And obviously, because we don't know any personal details of this individual, we don't know when they are going to be turning 18, essentially becoming an adult. So right now, the story kind of remains a mystery. But with clear-cut cases like this, such as the GTA 6 leak, where the leaker was in clear violation of the law, I can only imagine they are going to have to face some pretty severe legal consequences, which should definitely serve as a warning to all others that are aspiring to do the exact same thing. It's probably not even possible now because Rockstar have probably shut things down so much that there's no way that anyone would be able to do the same thing. But anyways, that is where we stand in 2023, as the mystery behind what happened to our leaker still kind of remains a little bit of a mystery. We obviously haven't gotten an official announcement of Grand Theft Auto 6 as we're getting further and further into the year, as we're getting closer to spring, as we've already passed anniversaries of the game first getting announced in 2022. And we also know really what department the leaker was able to take stuff from, and that was the animation Locomotion side of things. So, of course, let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.